Dr. Soaries, on behalf of Face to Face Africa, I am proud to present you with the 2018 Pioneer Award for Impact and Advocacy and Community Development.
Thank you, Dorinda. I prayed earlier, and had I known all of that would be said, and had I known the quality of the other award recipients, I'd have prayed that the Lord get me out of here. First, I'm grateful to God for loving me more than I could love myself, and for looking beyond how I should be treated, and by His grace allowing me to be who I am. I work Sunday mornings, and I don't go out on Saturday night. And they kept me till last, so I couldn't sneak out. And in one sense, I'm glad I didn't, because it is such an honor to be considered worthy of any recognition after having seen the geniuses that have preceded me in receiving these awards. I have invented nothing, and I'm sitting next to a man that's going to help us avoid the kind of pain that I experienced when I was diagnosed with cancer. And then, as humbling as that is, I'm also inspired because I made a new friend, Rebecca from Toyota, and I'm hoping she'll become as good a friend to me and my work as Prudential has been. But I'm grateful to my wife. My wife is here, and she doesn't go out on Saturday night either. In fact, my wife doesn't go out any night. And I'm grateful that she's here to give me another chance publicly to say thank you, Donna, for letting me be who you let me to be. Prudential has been so good to our work. I've been a Pan-Africanist since I was 16. Mwalimu, Julius Nyerere, Kwame Nkrumah, Patrice Lumumba, and all of the great African leaders. Sekou Touré inspired us in the 60s when we were fighting for freedom here. We were led and inspired by people that connected us to the struggles of our people in Africa. In 1957, when Ghana gained independence, Martin Luther King Jr. went to the celebration. And that's why I was so inspired and honored last year to go to the inauguration of the president of Ghana, the current president, Nana Addo. And so we have this connection between Africa and African Americans, and that's why Face to Face Africa is so important. I grew up watching Tarzan, but thank God my children will grow up watching these African-born geniuses that are changing the whole world, because Face to Face Africa is putting a face on African genius. I serve a congregation where the fastest growing portion of our membership is from the African diaspora, and they're not American-born. I'm honored also being the token American-born recipient tonight. I was born in the country of Brooklyn, and but my grandfather was from Jamaica, so I'm 25% immigrant. But this gathering is critical because, in the first instance, many of our American-born Black Americans are trained from the cradle to believe that the color of their skin is an insurmountable barrier to success and excellence. And so while we talk about the need to develop Africa, we need Africans, we need Ghanaians and Nigerians and Haitians and Jamaicans and people from Grenada and other. We need you to help us inspire American-born black young people, to let them know their skin color is not an insurmountable barrier. If you can do it, they can do it. So as articulate as all of you have been, I say to you, as I say to my church members, particularly from Africa, don't hide. Don't be so successful and assimilate so well and rise above your accent to the point where we don't benefit from the fact that you are who you are in our presence. Black America needs Africans more than Africans need black Americans. Having said that, we have also learned in my career that Africa does not need charity. Haiti does not need charity. We need investments. And so I accept this award on behalf of my team that works so hard to see to it that African Americans shift their thinking and our lifestyles from having designer bags with someone's name on it to having normal bags, and take the money that we save and invest it in underdeveloped countries where people look like us. So when I say I was a Pan-Africanist, I was a Pan-Africanist intellectually, but I was too broke to help Africa. I was too broke to help my mother. And I discovered that more important than driving a luxury car, more important than having innumerable numbers of suits, more important than what I wore on my body was the development of financial capacity, so that instead of looking wealthy, I could get wealthy and then support small businesses and people around the globe that are trying to become free. And so if you ever receive an email, from the D Free Global Foundation, I'll tell you a little secret, that email came from Accra, Ghana. That all of our data and all of our database and all of our back office work is done for our work in Accra, Ghana, because I decided that if corporate America can bring about economic renewal in India and Philippines and in China, then black American can do the same and employ and invest Africans to do for us exactly what the Chinese and the Filipinos do for corporate America. So I challenge all of the small business people and all of us who are really serious about Africa, let's not be romantic about it. Let's be strategic. Let's put our money where our mouths are. Don't just dance to the music, eat the food, and wear the clothing. Let's get to Africa. Let's invest in Africa. And let's build this African diaspora so that we are, in fact, pursuing the dreams that the High Life sang about. Thank you so much for this award. Thank you, Face to Face, for your dynamic work. And thank you all for being here tonight. God bless you.